my God! Woo! God damn! Woo! Oh my God! This ain't good. At least I feel like I may be a mile from my house. Controller is not connected. Interesting. I guess we're gonna have to diagnose this and see. What do I wanna ride today? There are so many bikes in my garage, but you know what? I'm going to take the fastest bike out of everything I have in here. And surprisingly, it's going to be the Tuttio Soleil 01. It has an upgraded controller, it has an upgraded motor, and it also has an upgraded battery from a Morg, and it's sitting right here. If you guys want to know the model name, because a lot of people ask me, it's a 7225-200. The voltage is 72 volts, and it's 25 amp hours, 1800 watt hours, and it does 200 amps of max continuous like discharge, but it goes up to 250 for short bursts. However, I believe this controller is limited to 150 amps, but this thing is a rocket. One thing I would love to do is take these wheels off of the EM5 and put them on here. I think that'd be really nice. I didn't ride this thing for a really long time because I finally got it fixed. We actually had a flat on the back, and it actually seems like my front is going flat, so we'll see how much riding we get out of this today. But yeah, for some reason the Tuttio just goes flat really quick. Maybe it has to do with the power of this thing, I don't know, but let's take this thing out for a spin. Get this seat off. You can see how our battery drops in here. There's a lot of cable management that needs to be done. It needs to be tucked around and zip tied and all that fun stuff. But I mean, there's enough room for the battery. What I do like about this battery a lot is that you can charge this thing really quick. I believe you can go up to like 15, maybe even 20 amps to charge this thing. But my charger max only goes up to 12. Now I modified this bracket to kind of fit. Only one side goes in, not the other. But it's all good. Kind of tighten this down. That battery ain't going nowhere. And the next thing we had to do, get this connected, kind of push that out of the way so it's not in the way of the seat. This is where I feel like the Valtenzu bike is just so much easier to put the seat on. It's not like this one's hard or anything like that, but that one just flips up and it pops into that little groove right here, and all you do is use a key to unlock it. So the fact that, boom, it's latched, and then easy access to your battery. The Tuttio takes a little bit more. Let's turn this thing on, make sure it works. Sweet, we're ready to go, full battery charge. This is going. All right, that's an eco mode, this thing's quick. All right guys, we're out here. Beautiful day, we got a blimp up in the sky right now. The biggest thing I was gonna try to do today is go off-roading, but I don't wanna go over there because there's a lot of trenches and holes, so we're gonna try to find a spot to go where we're gonna go off-roading and hopefully not end up with a flat. That's pretty cool decoration, I like that. I like that. Oh, damn, they did their whole house. Holy shit, how much stuff did they do? That is awesome. Thousands of dollars right there. Let me show you guys real quick how fast this bike is. Keep in mind, we are in eco mode. You guys probably can't see this display because I have a screen protector on it right now, but watch this. Dude, this thing moves. God dang, gotta make sure to like put most of my weight forward, so hopefully you guys were able to see how fast we're going. But eco mode does top out with the power and the speed, keep in mind. So we haven't even went into sport mode or race mode yet. I think the next thing we do is take it on a main road, why not? Oh, hold on, something we got to adjust. A lot of people mentioned this in some comments previously, is that this only goes up to 50. I adjusted it myself, but I need to adjust it so it goes to maybe like 75. Okay, so you only have 50 and 100, so I guess we're just gonna have to have a gauge that has 100 miles an hour on it. I don't have any e-bike that goes that fast, but 75 would have been cool, but guess it's not an option. All right, this is about maybe a little bit more than a quarter throttle, maybe half. Let's just say half throttle right here. And we're just chilling. Eco mode, folks, 47 miles an hour. And the fact that this thing is screaming and barely chucking along, trying to hit 42 on the stock setup is insane. Keep in mind, guys, this whole entire setup, other than the battery, cost me 650 bucks. The battery was another 700, and the bike's cheap as it is. It's only like $1,300 on Amazon. Whoa. There we go. Wasn't the cleanest start. I was trying to switch the modes on the fly. Don't ever do that, because I didn't know what mode I was in, and the throttle will literally change the sensitivity and give you so much more power when you're on it. So that was kind of my bad. I should have put it in race mode before I even got on the street. before I go any farther, we're gonna come in here, but it wasn't blocked off fully last time, so I'm kind of curious to see if I can get in here. See, this looks like fun to ride in. We just have to find an entrance on where we can get in, but it looks blocked off all the way around. But that's crazy. Last time we came, it was perfectly fine, but it makes sense because there's so many holes and variables. People get hurt out here, but still, I mean, I'm all right. I'll be safe. Oh, we got lizards out here. We got lizards. Come here, little buddy. Oh, man, he's quick. I'm trying to think of where to ride now because they just ruined the spot. All right, we found a little bit of section where we can kind of go off-road just a little bit. Technically someone's field, but I really just wanted to see this power. Oh, damn! All right, hold on. Major problems. The seat has came undone. I do not think I tightened this good enough. My fault. Now, I am going to put it in, maybe not eco, but let's put it, oh my God, those modes switch really, really fast. Let's go into sport. Sport should be good. Woo! Whoa, my God. Scared the bejesus out of me. Oh man, started lifting up and just peeling out. Whoa, my God, it's got air. Oh man, you really can't, I mean, you gotta know where you're riding to ride this thing like respectfully fast, you know what I mean? I don't know where the bumps are at here. I can end up flying off this thing in a heartbeat. Like right there, I mean, if I was doing like 60 through here, that'd be all bad. Well, check this out. I'm gonna try to hit it real quick. Woo! Oh my God! Yeah, this is what it's all about though. This is fun. I miss this thing. I've only rode it once. This is my second time riding it. Try to. Whoa! Whoa, my Jesus! Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Bumping in the race mode now. Let's see how this thing does. Give a little rip right here. I can't get on it full throttle right off the bat. It will just literally backflip without me on it. But here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'll do my best. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that's an interesting feeling, man. Just fishtailing back and forth and trying to keep the front down. That's probably why we got a flat on the first time. If you guys were seriously curious to know about the flat in the rear, it was because the valve stem, it basically had a leak on the valve stem. I don't know if it's because the nut slightly came loose and it kind of wiggled itself around the rim. I'm not sure, but that's basically what happened. It was leaking from the valve stem. There's nothing we can do about it. It even had fix-a-flat in it, and it just wasn't going to help. Oh man. Now it's funny because I never really noticed a lot of bumpiness from the Tuttio or the EM5 Valtenzu bike with the dirt tires on it. But after putting supermotos on and coming back to something like this, oh, it definitely feels way more bumpy. You can just feel the knobbies, you know? You can feel them digging in, which is good on the dirt, but on the street, it is definitely like, not uncomfortable, but it feels awkward. All right, this looks pretty smooth for the most part, but we're gonna be flying really fast. Let's do a pull real quick. I'm in race mode, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Woo. Oh my God! Woo-wee! Oh, big bump! Whoa! Okay. All right. Oh, that was fun. Well, check this out, guys. It's kind of bumpy, but I'm gonna hit it right now. Watch how fast this thing takes off. Woo! Oh man, the brakes just lock up the tires. The brakes aren't even the problem with the speed. I mean, maybe we need bigger like rotors per se, but I mean, I think the limiting factor is gonna be the tires still. They're so small and they'll just lock up anyway. Oh, what the hell was this? Got stuck in my chain. I'm glad I found that. All right, so our highest top speed was 52.91. We went about 6 miles so far. This thing definitely has 65 miles an hour in it, if not more. I actually haven't tuned this controller. I literally plugged it into the bike. It was a ready-to-go kit, and this is how it performs right out of the box. I feel like how small this bike is and the power it has, going anything past 40 miles an hour is pretty sketchy on the dirt. On the road, it's perfectly fine up to 60, no issues, but dirt is a little bit more scary here. The fact that I got this rear tire off of Amazon for like 70 bucks with everything on it is a little scary to know. I don't think it has the best traction. All right, we're back on the road, baby. God damn, on a bumpy road at that. Jeez Louise. That was a close call, but I mean, the road wasn't very wide back there. Now we gotta wait for all this fun traffic to go before I can go across both lanes. This is gonna be fun. All right, we're just gonna stay in the road. We're gonna act like a car, all right? We'll just hold the regular speed limit, which I think it's like 50, 55 out here. Nice and smooth on the road. I mean, it's a little bumpy compared to supermotos, but it's all right. So this is my max speed right here. Roughly about 56 miles per hour, just because we're down to half battery. We're at 72 volts while I'm on it. And the display was saying roughly about 76, but that was without throttle on. The beauty of having one of these things, and you gotta go onto the right-hand side, boom, fit in between anybody. What's going on, man? Up this hill. Moving! Oh man, what it feels like to be on a nice ass road. Alright, so we might be able to ride out here. Just depends if there's anyone working, because I don't want to get in anyone's way. Yeah, it looks like that guy is like picking up stuff. He might try to say something, but we'll go the opposite way. Yeah, man, this thing picks up so damn good in the dirt. It's crazy. I'm gonna be a little sad to put supermotos on it. Like, I'll be happy, but also like, you know, you can't have both. You know, you have to have maybe like a dual sport tire. I don't even know what type of dual sport tires fit on a bike like this. So if you guys know any, drop a link or a comment or something. I'm being a little cautious because, you know, I don't want to run into any like pits or anything like that. And plus there's people out here working. Probably shouldn't be out here anyway. I'm just gonna have to tell them my home builder said it was okay to come out here. Whoa, it goes through the sand like crazy. It stuck straight in everything. That was a good pull right there. Let's try to do a pull in the dirt real quick. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoa. Whoa, man. We making S's back there. God dang. All right, well, at least I found a way out. Wasn't sure if I was gonna have to backtrack and go through them again. They're probably gonna stop me because they saw me going there the first time, but we're all good. We gotta catch up to this Camaro, see if he wants to race. Come on, Camaro. You don't want nothing with my bike. The Tuttio would take the win, brother. The Tuttio would take the win. Not a good idea to go. Just wait for all this traffic. We on the main road, baby. Let's go. Let's pull into some of these businesses, see what's back here. Oh looks like a nice road for a pool. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh yeah, the power is lessened. It's definitely way more controllable. Oh yeah. God damn. Oh man, barely stopped in time for that speed bump. Oh. Man, I should just go around them like this. Looks like they stole those balls from Target. Let me give you guys a surprising range update, all right? So I have went almost 12.5 miles. I'm down to 71.2 volts. And keep in mind, this thing has 150 amps. So multiply 150 times 72, because that's the voltage of the system. That's how many watts we're getting out of this system. It is a powerhouse. And I feel like this thing is good for 20 miles the way I'm riding. If I rode it slower, I'd probably get closer to 30. So just a heads up, guys, but under voltage sag though, like right now, trying to watch out for bumps too, I'm at 66.3 volts. So the voltage sag is real. It's about like 4 volts that goes down. I mean, I don't think that's terribly bad for this setup. It's a small battery at the end of the day, you know, 25 amp hours is not huge. Something this small then, yes, but a full size like 150, 180 pound bike, not really. But it's been good so far, guys. It's been a blast to ride. I love this thing. And I would only tell people to do this mod on their bike. If you guys already own a Tuttio, go to Sotion.com. That's where you can find the motor kit and all that kind of stuff. Or you go to Econics website. They have a bunch of upgrades for this thing as well. And they also have a discount code, MrCentralDriver. You plug it in at checkout on Econics website. You guys can save yourself a couple bucks. Oh, it looks like they smoothed out the racetrack. You guys see this? We got a nice like oval, like a NASCAR. Let's go through this really quick and pop out the other end. Woo! God damn. Woo! Woohoo, man. Yeah. Just know this setup will get you in trouble, all right? This will definitely get you in a bad situation. I know you guys just see my bare arms, but I do have full gear on, motorcycle gear on, full face helmet, everything. So I'm trying to be as safe as possible, but it's just way too hot for a long sleeve. Let me come back around here. The hairpin turn and now straight away. Woo! A little bumpy straight away. They need to even it out just a little bit, but oh my God. Oh, I feel like my voice is vibrating. It's because like I'm just going up and down over these bumps. That was fun. That was definitely fun. I think we can make it before this big truck. And if we don't, we're gonna get ran over. Here we go, we're out! Oh man, I love the pickup speed of this thing. Now, my Sotion is fast. My Sotion is actually top speed faster than this. However, the pickup speed of this thing being so light and nimble, it actually can pick up faster than my Sotion if it got the traction. The traction is the hardest part, and keeping the front down is the hardest part. So technically, if they were to race, I think the Sotion would get off the line faster, but my Sotion is slower, I think, power-wise in this thing, if this thing can hold itself down on the ground. Where's that guy at? Oh, he's way back there. We're good. Oh, no! Oh, no! The bike cut out. The bike cut out. Something happened. Something major happened. Everything's flashing. Everything was flashing. Everything's gone. No display, no nothing. I think that truck is still coming. Oh, no, he turned. Okay, that's good. You know what I think it is? It's going to turn off right now. It has a little bit of voltage still left in it. I bet you we hit our low voltage cutoff. Let's turn it back on and see. No, it is still draining down. Maybe I have to disconnect it or something, but okay, all right. Oh wait, no, it's still not going. Okay, maybe now that it's fully turned off, maybe if I turn it back on again, we'll see what happens. Oh, dang. This ain't good. Everything looks good in here. I'm just gonna disconnect the battery and then I'm going to plug it back in. There's no way this thing is like completely dead. We weren't even that close. Voltage sag, yes, but I'm wondering if there's like a different issue that I'm not seeing. Huh. Oh, boo! Boo, I was having fun too. Ugh, let me get out of the way real quick and move the kickstand up. God dang it. All right, let me go on the sidewalk. Oh, it turned back on. It turned back on. Oh, it disappeared again. It disappeared again. All right, so one thing I can do, because this does have a Bluetooth battery in it, however, if it's not on, I don't know if it's gonna connect to it. Let's go into AMP BMS V2, local monitoring. Let's see if it finds it. Oh, this might be it right here. Let's see where the voltage is sitting at. Okay, so it looks like, oh wait, hold on. Oh shoot. So this is a 72 volt battery, but this is not reading correctly. So it says 67.87 volts. We can go down to 60 volts. Now I'm starting to wonder if the controller is not set up correctly. So let's go into the far driver, see if we can connect to the controller. All right, so doesn't look like we can connect to the controller, but the battery was showing that we didn't have any battery left in it. So, all right, well, we're just gonna have to get it charged and see what the issue is in probably the next video. So I guess I'll get to walking because I don't have any pedals right here. This is a fun trip. At least I feel like I may be a mile from my house. I mean, I live in this area, so we're all right, but and I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys are the true MVPs. Let's go back and check the range. We had just hit almost 15 miles, 14.9, and I don't know like where the battery left off at. I don't know. I'm guessing probably 0.8%. I don't know. It said it was 67 volts, so I don't know. That tells me that I have about like 35 to 40% battery left. All right, so just made it back and it's still not turning on. So got the charger sitting right here. Lightspeedbikes.com. Yeah, they're not in business no more that I know of. This takes a XT60. Plug that in. Make sure this is on. And now that the battery charger is on there, all right, so it does turn on. Says we're at about 25 to 29% here, but on here, it says 69.1. This is where I'm gonna see if I can connect to the controller now because I wanna see what our setup is. All right, so here we go. Control for MF8380. Controller is not connected. Huh, I'm getting controller not connected, but does it have power though? Yeah. The controller's connected. I wonder why it's not Bluetoothing into it. Okay, I disconnected the charger and it's flashing and the voltage is just dropping like crazy. Like it didn't even charge it at all right now. Interesting. I guess we're gonna have to diagnose this and see. All right, guys, so we got it figured out. Everything's working. It says 32% here. I let it charge for about 5 minutes. The biggest thing was that I had to actually come into the battery, so I never mess around with the settings in the battery. I had to come over to settings and I went over to temperature and I actually kind of raised those limits a little bit because the battery is kind of on the hotter side, so I went up about 5C. But the biggest actual issue on why it was not allowing us to put it back on is all this stuff right here. If you guys can see that, pack under voltage recovery, it was at like 64, 65 volts. So I put it down to 60. And a bunch of this other stuff I basically changed about, you know, pack under voltage warning, 61.5, and then another one for recovery, so it'll recover at 62 volts, et cetera, because I want to be able to, you know, bring this battery down as low as I can without having to, you know, leave pretty much 25% left of the battery on the table. You know, I want to reuse all of it, especially when this is only getting about 20 miles for my riding, and I don't want that to happen again. I want to be able to know I can go down to about 62 volts before anything cuts off. Technically 60 is a cutoff, but it has so much power, you're gonna have a bunch of huge voltage sag, so you don't want to really run the battery past 60 volts. You kind of want to cut off and go slower if it is reaching that 60 volt. Anyways, we got to figure it out. Long story short, so everything's good. Don't have to order another battery. We could probably put those super motors on here. Let me know if you guys want to see that, or if you guys want to see more videos on the Valtenzu and what you guys want me to do the Valtenzu, or do you guys want me to focus on the Tuttio a little bit more? Let me know, guys. Also, we got that bike to review. We got the Rex over there, T01 to review, and I also have the Happy Run to review. That actually came in first, so we're probably gonna hit that first. So if you guys want to see the Pro of that, that has 2 motors on it. I think that's gonna be a pretty fun bike.